If you're wondering about the differences between the Shokz Openmeet and the Shokz Opencomm2, then this video is for you. Before we get into the comparison though, if you want the very best microphone noise cancellation, then you're going to want to check out Neep noise canceling software. Neep is an app you download on your Windows, Mac, or Linux computer, and it uses AI to reduce background noise so you're heard clearly with any audio device of your choice. Feel free to try it out yourself, free for 14 days by visiting neep.com. That's neep.com. This is a microphone test of the Shokz Opencomm2.
If there was no background noise. Testing 1, 2, 3. There's no background noise. Testing 1, 2, 3.
This is a microphone test of the Shokz Openmeet.
If there was no background noise. Testing 1, 2, 3. There's no background noise. Testing 1, 2, 3.
If a baby was crying in the background, this is what the microphone would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. There's a baby crying. Testing 1, 2, 3.
If there was a baby crying in the background, this is what the microphone would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. There's a baby crying. Testing 1, 2, 3.
With call center noises playing, this is what the microphone would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. There's call center noises playing. Testing 1, 2, 3.
With call center noises playing, this is what it would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. There's call center noises playing. Testing 1, 2, 3.
If there were dogs barking, this is what it would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. There's noises of dogs barking. Testing 1, 2, 3.
If there was dogs barking, this is what it would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. There's loud dogs barking. Testing 1, 2, 3.
If you were typing on a keyboard, this is what it would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Typing on a keyboard. Testing 1, 2, 3.
If you were typing on a keyboard, this is what it would sound like.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Typing on a keyboard. Testing 1, 2, 3.
If you happen to be on a phone call at a loud
Food court in a popular grocery store, this is what the microphone would sound like. Testing 1, 2, 3. We are in a loud grocery store. Testing 1, 2, 3.
This is a microphone test of the Shokz Openmeet
Headset. If you were outside on a mildly windy day when there was a playground with kids playing, this is what it sounds like if I was talking, and if there was a break in conversation, this is what it would sound like.
Keep in mind, no noise canceling microphone is going to block out 100% of background noise going on around you. The results vary depending on how loud the noises are and which noises you're around. But now that you heard the different microphone comparisons between the Opencomm2 and the Openmeet, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The first difference is the Shokz Opencomm2 uses 7th gen bone conduction technology, whereas the Openmeet uses 10th gen and has bigger speakers, which simply means you're going to get better audio with Openmeet, especially for your music when it comes to mids and highs. I've been testing the Openmeet at my house while on calls or listening to music, and when there's noise going on around me like the sound of washer and dryers, I've only had to have my volume at about 50% to hear loud and clear, whereas on the Opencomm2, it would require me to be around full volume, which would cause some distortion and vibration. So if you're someone in a busy home or noisy office, the Shokz Openmeet is a better way to go because you can get more volume and the speakers are bigger. Plus, Shokz also added some busy lights on the outside of the speakers, so when you're on a call, these lights turn red to let others know not to disturb. The Openmeet's volume control is really nice as well and is a similar design to the AirPods Max, but they have a minor drawback. It's easy to accidentally press the play pause button when trying to change the volume. Whereas the volume control of the Opencomm2 is under the neckband and the play pause is on the opposite side. Both headsets come in 2 different variations, which you'll want to know about because this is very important to know. You're going to have an option that comes with and without a USB dongle. Simply put, if you plan to connect to your computer for calls and meetings, make sure you get the model that comes included with the USB dongle for the best performance and most reliable connectivity. And if you want to order from Headset Advisor, we included some links in the description of this video. Your order helps support a small business, and feel free to use promo code YouTube at checkout for an additional discount. The battery talk time on the Opencomm2 is a bit longer at 16 hours versus 14 hours on the Openmeet, but the Openmeet gives 15 hours of listening time versus 8 hours for Opencomm2. The Opencomm2 uses Bluetooth 5.1, whereas the Openmeet uses 5.4, but no matter which model you choose, make sure you get the version that includes the USB dongle if you plan to connect with your computer. And of course, the obvious difference physically is the Openmeet is worn over your head, whereas the Shokz Opencomm2 is worn behind your neck. If you have a wearing style preference of one over the other, that alone could help you make your decision. Although there is some feedback we've heard so far of the Openmeet feeling loose or easily falling off depending on your head size. And unfortunately, that's nothing you or I can control. I do have to say though, for a headset worn over your head, the way Shokz designed the Openmeet and the materials used, I found it to be an extremely comfortable headset. I think I'd even go as far to say it's the most comfortable of any headset I've worn that are worn over the head. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful, hit the thumbs up, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and drop us a comment if you have any questions and we'll answer back.